The biggest thing that I experienced, I saw that there was a batch around 200 people, and each and every person got the chance to interact. So, like,
Breakout rooms.
yeah, like huge amount of people were included, and everyone is just interacting. No one is left behind. So that was the most unexpected thing for me.
You're at Acko now. How did you apply for jobs, internships overall? And then how did you actually get your win? I want to hear the story
Mhm.
behind that.
I made sure that I'm not randomly applying to all the companies. I actually texted the senior designer from here on LinkedIn. Fortunately, he replied. He liked my profile. They got back to me and they told that you can email us the portfolio and all.
Hey, Anamika, what's up? And welcome to the show.
Hi.
So, you know what? I want to start right from the top. I want to hear a little bit about your story of why you got started with design. And maybe while you're telling us that, you can also tell us when was that. But we want to really get to the core. So let's maybe start there.
So basically, like my design story starts from the third year of my college. By academic background, I did like BTech bioengineering, and I'll be graduating this year. In the third year, like I was pretty sure that I don't want to go with the bioengineering as my like career, as a long term career. So I started exploring like different fields. Like I took around 8 months to explore everything. Like started from the coding, AI, ML, everything, and I was pretty sure that I don't want to do that thing also. At last, I was just scrolling. One day, I was just scrolling the LinkedIn. I got to know someone posted about UX. I was
Mm.
like, what exactly the UX is? Then I like read about it, and that time Google also launched their new courses, right? That UX design professional course.
Yeah.
So I came across it and I did that course. Yeah, from there I started getting into
Mm.
design, and I was pretty sure I want to be in this field. Now coming to the why thing, so design is something which feels so real because you are building a product which is so close to the real people, what they want, what they don't want, and accordingly you are building a product. So you can see the impact also. That's why like it's so close to me, the design thing. So
So when you were in college exploring these different options and you finally were like, okay, design is I think the thing I want to go down. How long before you were like fully committed? Like, okay, this is it. Like I'm gonna go all in.
okay, so actually it took me only 1 month
Yeah.
to be like really sure
Nice.
that I'm into it, because actually
Mm.
first thing is that I have the childhood related to the arts, because my mother was always into arts and all. And when coming to the design, I can see there is no limit to the creativity here.
Mm.
So I was sure that this is something I'm getting into it. So it took just one
Nice.
month.
Nice. Got
Yeah.
it. So now that you were taking action, you were probably exploring the design field, checking out designers, their work, just getting to know the industry. Were there any like doubts or fears that were top of mind during that time for you?
So basically, when I started, I didn't have any senior, any mentor around me. Like there was no UX UI culture in my college. So I had no one who could have told me that you can do this, you can do that. So I was like pretty afraid that I don't know the future of that, because I have no example, no role model in front of me, like where it will take me in the future, right? And the job prospect was one of the fear for me, because I wasn't sure that what's the future thing about this. This was the only fear I had.
Got it. Got it. So maybe let's talk about 10K. I would be curious to know what attracted you to 10K. Maybe how do you come across? What was the thing that was like, oh, okay, like I want to enroll in this? What are those factors? Maybe
Okay. So there were two factors. One was your YouTube channel
saw
and
that.
other
Yeah.
one was the mentors.
Mm.
So I started watching your YouTube channel. It was like pretty different experience with your videos, because it was not something that what is UX, like normal general content creators are doing that, right? Your videos were pretty deep. Like I was relating to them. I like all those learnings helped me in the long term also. Like even
Mm.
I use your learnings today also in my workspace also.
Nice.
And when I saw the mentors also who were like alumni of the 10K designers, so I saw their profile, they are working, how amazing they are doing. So all of them were like the major attraction for me towards the 10K designers.
Mm.
And there was some unique, I would say, like the positivity in the community
Yeah.
that just attracted me. I was like, I just want to get into this community.
Mm.
So yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Great to hear that. And so, having heard about this, seeing all of this versus when you were actually enrolled, right? You're in the cohort, or rather, you apply for the cohort, you get in, and now it's week one, week two. Is there something that was maybe totally unexpected or surprising about the experience once you were actually in it that you maybe didn't predict before?
Yeah, actually, the biggest thing that I experienced that was completely unexpected from me, even from the day one. I saw that there was a batch around 200 people, and each and every person got the chance to interact. After the session, we used to have that 30-minute session where we will have the groups and the people will discuss and all. So,
The
like,
breakout rooms.
yeah, like the
Yes, yes.
huge amount of people were included, and like at the same time everyone is just interacting, no one is left behind. So that was the most unexpected thing for me, that was the first class in which I thought, like in which I felt that yes, I have my own place here. I like I would not be like neglected because of the so many people. Other thing was like the way you were teaching us, the way Janil was teaching us, it was something totally different. The mentors, the way they were involved with us,
Hmm.
it was like they are our siblings and they are helping us in every stage.
Yeah.
So those things are completely unexpected for me.
Awesome. Awesome. So, Anamika, you worked on your assignments, and let's maybe talk about towards the end of the cohort, like what were the outcomes? What were some of your wins towards the end?
Okay, so the biggest win that I still feel like a complete newbie here. Of course, I'm working with the like many of the experienced designers, but the way things I learned from there, the confidence I gained from the cohort, it is helping me a lot.
Got it. I also want to know, I'll go one level deeper. I want to also know the story of how did you apply for, jobs, internships overall, and then how did you actually get your win? Like you're at Acko now. I want to hear the story
Mhm.
behind that.
Yeah, so my story is that first of all, Acko was not hiring any intern that time, and they were only hiring the senior designers for the senior position people. I made sure that I'm not randomly applying to all the companies because that never worked for me. I made a complete list of the 10 companies I would like to work with. So out of them, Acko was there, and I cold email, like I actually texted the senior designer from here on
Hmm.
LinkedIn, and fortunately he replied. He liked my profile, and then he told me that he will talk to his senior. So they got back to me and they told that you can email us, and then yeah, I shared with them. Like till now I did that total 3 internships, and all of them were from the cold email thing only. And this I learned
Nice.
from the cohort also, like how to connect with the people and never
Hmm.
rely on that job portals, because
Yeah.
it never worked for me, to be honest.
At your company, you mentioned there's like 23 designers, right? And so pretty
Mhm.
big organization. So my question is, being in this team, like such a huge team at a unicorn, which is you've got so many users and stuff as well. How do you feel being amongst these 23 designers, right? And like, do most of them come from a self-taught background, design school background, engineering background, something else? Like, I want to know what was your experience being in that, somebody who's come from this kind of route.
First of all, like I used to feel really overwhelmed to work with such a big team and with such experienced designers. Fortunately, all of them are so helpful to me. They are so
Mm,
supportive. And even though I don't ask, they give their feedback to me always, like all the constructive feedbacks. They always try that I learn stuff. And the most important thing, like they are helping me to learn how to deal with the stakeholders, handle their queries, handle their doubts, their questions. And whenever I'm stuck, they are always standing next to me to help me out. So but sometimes get overwhelming because of course when I see them designing and like solving solution in just minute, I was like, when will my time will come when I'll be thinking like this. It's just
mm,
amazing to work with them. And yeah, like most of them are the self taught designers only,
mm.
and like few of them are from the design schools, but maximum of them are like self taught designers.
Nice, nice. So, final question. I would love to know, now that you're designing, of course, your design journey kind of just got started. So I'm very excited to see more progress from you. But if you could turn to the camera and
Right.
speak to your past self now, before enrolling in 10K, during that confusing time, what kind of advice would you give or what would you say to yourself?
So I would say that don't be afraid. It's okay. In future, you're gonna have the most amazing opportunities, most amazing people around you. And that's the truth. Like today I'm in a like really good place because of all the networking I did, all the mentors, they helped me out, the community I have. So yeah,
Mm,
like I'll totally tell my past self that don't be afraid. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay.
mm. Awesome. All right, Anamika, thanks a lot for sharing the story. Lovely having you on.
My pleasure.